Hi everyone, welcome to Wealthy Mindset. My name is Oliver. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys are having a great day like always. In today's video, I'm going to be covering AMC stock for March 8th to the March 12th trading week, giving you guys the lows and the highs by analyzing the graph. This is going to be a different week than usual because usually I could give you guys day-to-day or every other day updates in terms of video format. Unfortunately, I'm going to be extremely busy this week, so the only way I could update you guys will be if anything drastic happens. So outside of this price prediction video, I'm going to update you guys in the comment down below and I'll pin it. So be on the lookout for that if anything drastic happens outside of this video again. And that way I can keep you informed as much as possible. Now, quick disclaimer like always, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a professional. And everything I do share with you guys is just my opinion. It is not advice. So please do not buy or sell based off the information I give you or the opinions I do form. Please do your own due diligence and research before buying and selling. And also, if you could subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. It really helps out the channel. If you could drop a like, thank you so much too. That definitely helps out the channel in terms of reach for the videos and all that stuff. So thank you so much in advance. Now, so far, last trading day, we closed at $8.05. It's going to be, this week is going to be definitely an interesting week for AMC. We have pretty much, I'm expecting a good amount of turbulence this week for the downside. But if you're a long-term investor, you have nothing to worry about because you have two catalysts that will carry you through in terms of long run. You have they raised capital enough to cover operating costs for a whole entire year. And then you have the stimulus bill in terms of pandemic relief stuff passed the Senate this weekend. And it's going to the House now. And then after that, it's going to go to President approval. They're targeting March 12th for that. Worst case scenario, March 14th. And the reason why I'm mentioning it is because this stimulus bill, not only will people have like the stimulus checks and more funds to spend once they start going out more, it relates to the vaccine rollout as well. So that's going to speed up things to getting people outside more often, more than before. And plus you have 2 or I believe 3 states that opened up again in terms of no restrictions. So in terms of long term, you guys should all be fine. If you did your research, this is just my opinion, by the way. This is not advice, but you should be fine if everything starts to open up again, people have more funds, plus people have been saving money, so they probably want to start doing more things in terms of entertainment-wise and all that stuff, right? So revenues will start going up again for AMC Theatres, so that should be good, and you guys should be good. Now, for the week's a different story, though, because I think, okay, so if you've been on a viewer of the channel before, there's an upward trend support line dating back since January 2021 and then February 2021 right here. So multiple touch points right here, multiple touch points right here. Unfortunately, you guys did break through it and then you kind of back tested it right here. You had a downward trend resistance line right here dating back since February 24th. Yeah, February 24th, 25th, coming all the way down here. There's 2 touch points right here, touch point right here, and a touch point right here. So I believe, 4 touch points. You did pass it, so that's good, but you're below both moving averages. The thing is, though, I'm kind of optimistic that you could break through it because you're in the positive side of the MACD, so positive, so you could break through it. If you don't, you might get knocked back down underneath the resistance line, downward trend resistance line. And then I wouldn't be too worried about this upward trend support line being broken because this is in the logarithmic view. Logarithmic, just in case if you don't know, it's more like a compressed kind of graph. I myself analyze it this way because it's a lot easier. If you go to algorithmic, which is almost hypothetically the true form, the upward trend support line is still hypothetically, well, it is still intact. And that means you could still go lower. And if you do, if you've been a viewer on my channel before, it's not all bad news. Hypothetically, if you go lower, it could serve as a buying opportunity for averaging down if you're a long-term investor. And then hopefully it bounces up to the upside. Now, that's not a guarantee because that doesn't mean it necessarily will for sure. It could still break it and go to the downside and never come back. Or even if it comes back up, well, not never, because I believe in the long term you guys should be fine. But even if it comes back and reverses the upside, another risk could be it could get back tested in as a resistance way and head back down. So just be on the look or consider every potential scenario happening, right? Now, like always for the low and high levels, if you were look at the algorithmic view, actually I'll go back to algorithmic. So if you were thinking it's going to go down this low, when I measured it, it was $7.03, $7.05, between these levels and 692. So this counted for a little bit of false breakout. This is an extreme false breakout. And the reason why I'm saying that is because, for example, BlackBerry broke, is another stock I look at, is it broke the downward trend support or upward trend support line. And I thought it was past the false breakout range, but yet it reversed back up to the upside to the support level. So if it goes any lower than 667, I would think in terms of short term, because again, in my opinion, I think you guys are in good shape for long term, just my opinion. But in terms of short term, breaking 667 would be pretty dramatic. Now, there is levels between 683 and 667, except these were just like more of the major outside levels. That's all I'm trying to say. So hopefully you guys don't even see 703, 705, 692 right here. And 692 would be accounting for like a false breakout a little bit, like a small one. But I'm going to cover the downside first because I already partially covered it right now. And then I'm going to cover the upside because there is still potential to the upside. And I think you guys are in good shape to like finish the week in the upside. The only thing is though, right now, temporarily, you guys might be heading down for like the first 2 days of the week. But you might be going up because the Dow Jones, because the stimulus bill is getting passed in terms of Senate and potentially House. That could be a good catalyst to carry you guys through. And then even the MAC line in the positive and all that stuff. So just break through all these resistance levels like it's nothing. Like again, this downward trend resistance line right here that has multiple touch points. Because of like the Dow Jones doing well, all these other stocks will probably be doing well the next few trading days. Then you guys might have no issues and go straight up completely. So but again, I'm going to cover the downside first and then the upside. So if you were to go to the downside, you do have support, quite a bit of support at the $8 price point, all the way down to $7.85. Yes, there are levels between these, but these are the major ones. Then the next major level you would have support at is $7.63, $7.66. And then the next level after that is $7.36, $7.20, and then ultimately at the $7.03, $7.05 like I mentioned before. The only thing is though, I don't think that's necessarily in play for the early, I don't know. It's not technically fully in play, but it is a potential. The reason why I'm optimistic again is specifically because the whole entire market, in my opinion, will be going up. And you guys might see a little bit of turbulence, but not enough to potentially get down to this level. You will get back down to this level in terms of the algorithmic view, but later on, probably in next week, trading week, not specifically this trading week, or maybe at the end of this trading week, which will be a higher level. It wouldn't be at low as these levels. Now to the upside, what you're looking at is you need to pass the short moving average like I stated, and that would be pretty much to solidify it. You need to pass 814. You're gonna have issues at 808, 810, but mainly you need to pass 814 just to make sure you completely pass it. Maybe a little higher, but you have resistance at 814 anyway too. So you might, actually you definitely need to pass 814 because you have resistance at 814 as well. Then the next level is 824, 828. That's a horizontal resistance level. But then 834, 839, you need to pass that because you're gonna definitely have issues passing that because not only is it a horizontal resistance, 834, 839, but you're gonna meet this downward trend resistance line right here that has multiple touch points all the way down. So to like right here, just to make sure you could see it. So that one's gonna be an issue at 834, 839. Once you pass that, you have horizontal resistance at 850, but going up to that, between 850 and 879 is horizontal resistance as well, but you're going to have this long moving average right here. By the time you get to it, it's probably going to be like between probably 860, so you're going to have way more resistance than I basically calculated before because these are just horizontal resistance, and now you have this resistance coming in. So be on the lookout for that. Somewhere between 850 to 879, depending on when in the week will you meet the long moving average as resistance. And then after that, you have pretty good, actually really good resistance at 897, 899, and 903. I've like talked about this before. This could potentially keep you guys down for quite a while. So now if you want to know if you're in good shape for the rest of the week, and you want to get back up on this upward trend support line in terms of logarithmic view, then what you need to do is essentially get back up to $9 on Monday trading day and continue up to the upside. And if you're thinking that's going to happen, which is going to be extremely difficult, but if it does happen, then you're expecting to finish the week somewhere at the $11 price point, which you have major resistance at the 11.01 to $11.11. But that's if you're extremely optimistic. If you think you're going to get back up to this upward trend support line right here, then you would again need to pass. Well, in this case, I'm going to continue on the upward resistance lines, but after the 903 and like 897, 899, you have resistance at 912, 913, quite a bit too. 921 is a good amount, but it's not crazy. 945. Yes, you have resistance between 945 and 973, but 973, like that's, you guys are gonna have major issue passing 973 to 1005, because that would put you back up to this level right here. This resistance level, if you've seen my past videos, dates back since 2016, I believe, downward trend resistance line. So that's going to be a major task right by itself, 973 to 1005. Then once you pass that is 1026 resistance line, 1031 to 1042, then 1057, 1095, and then 1101 to 1111. The reason why I'm mentioning these levels higher than before is because specifically I do see you guys potentially ending the week at a high point, specifically if you get back up to these upward trend support lines. And if you even get back up to the second one, which I already mentioned the other one, but if you get up to this one, then you could finish the week by somewhere around 981, but I think you get knocked down from 973. So let's just say probably 945 finish the week. And if you're not optimistic and you think it's going to just crawl up above this upward trend support line in the algorithmic view, then what you're thinking it's going to do is, yes, it's going to knock down at one point, but then finish the week at pretty much at the $8.08, $8.18 level, maybe $8.14, right about here for the most part, which would still be intact for the upward trend support line with the algorithmic view. Now, hopefully you guys go to the upside. If you do, I personally don't think you guys are going to pass 11.11. I do see you guys potentially being in this range by the end of the week if everything goes well with, again, the Dow Jones, like the overall market, stuff like that, stimulus bill, etc., etc. I could see a potential like that. Beginning of the week, it's going to be like a couple issues. You might see turbulence quite a bit. Major resistance levels are going to cause you issues to climb up to the higher side. But any of these points are in play hypothetically, where you could just consolidate for a while. If you think you're just going to consolidate for a while too, which I didn't cover fully, is you could consolidate between 763 to pretty much 930. And you could just pretty much finish the end of the week by 9:30 if you were to think to consolidate between this level and this level. So that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And if you guys did like the video, consider dropping a like. It does help out the channel a lot in terms of reach. Thank you so much. And if you do like videos in terms of stocks, videos like these, mortgages, credit scores, passive income, financial freedom, consider subscribing so you can be notified next time I do upload those videos. And if you do have any questions, do not hesitate to ask. I'll try to answer them as soon as possible. And thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.